given the fact that Kyriakos Mitsotakis was talking about the Elgin marbles on BBC TV at breakfast time on Sunday, it is no surprise that that was part of the agendum for his meeting with Rishi Sunak on Monday. So the idea of cancelling that meeting at the last minute because there had been an understanding that the marbles wouldn't come up is simply childish. And I think that's a word that's very appropriate. It describes very well the language of the new Home Secretary, and I think it describes the peak and diplomatic stupidity of Rishi Sunak and his advisors. It really is time. It's time for the present government to grow up, and if they can't grow up, then they probably need some training in basic courtesy and the basic principles of diplomatic relationships. I should have thought that for a Prime Minister who is literally crawling from one moment to the next, whose government is disintegrating almost before his eyes, whose support around the country is equally in short supply, that he could do with some friends. But if he wishes to rebuff everybody, now, I have great fondness for Greece, of course. I lived there for about 10 years, and I have some questions about the way that they treat immigrants, but then I have the same sort of questions about the way Britain treats immigrants. And given the fact that the previous Home Secretary was in Greece herself to learn more about pushback, I should have thought it was a matter of common courtesy to return the compliment. And I have I'm really quite shocked, and for Mr. Mitsotakis to be offered a secondary offer, quote, to meet the Deputy Prime Minister Oliver Dowden, that's like having tea with a twit. What's the point? Oliver Dowden couldn't manage the digital culture, media and sport ministry when he was in charge of that. Why on earth anybody thinks that he has the capacity to act as a genuine deputy prime minister rather than a poster boy for the right is living in cloud cuckoo land. I certainly wouldn't take a meeting with Oliver Dowden as an alternative to the Prime Minister. I've asked for a meeting with Oliver Dowden. It never happened. Why would I want it now? Why would Mitsotakis want it? Mitsotakis was absolutely right to walk off. And the BBC today was informed about this by Mark Harper. Who is he? He's the Transport Secretary. I don't understand the level of contempt that is involved.